ahomate tre na Ghana police etimi bo homoden na omko soa Igbo kene enya asem ketwa Igbo kin bie na no a wo so onye kin bia sese ensam no a mapake a me de be som wo ne no emudu he thought say a normal national security bi keke ana abechiri nti yeso wo kodom oni the Nigerian embassy omwo Ghana ambassador no ana omukoye so okoye no boss sem na ni nka ambassador yi di ne nchen na ni omukoye a o ni omuka ne nyina no kure bi enim na ese ni nkonko fie ba sa wo duru ho no this was a special national security a wo mu no ansa na ombefra wo no abusua na wo ma ye nsem no ntwehwemu ahu se do kora wo ho ansa na ba besoa nti eni otuna no si ha na wo ma che se evidence wa ha otuna no si ha na wo ma che se evidence wa ha papa yi sha se wo sweat wonko bie na no so wa akomayare wono wa akomayare the man began to pant and he is panting yakasa panting abroni kasa panting a o se panta and ye makoma menye Igbo kin bia wo menye abusua ensem ni modu ni morɛ ni ekoti nsɛw no na hwan gra na bo modem ye kwate no Hassan Ayariga papa ya wa press oba be president for almost 10 years ni and the party din di APC no wono ana de nsɛm no enso koto mpanimfo and mientie ni cheche mu odi betu da ni nyina te waso nkomo ni very interesting to waso ni.
I'm okay, I'm good. How about you?
Where did you vote on voting day? Where did you vote in Boku?
I didn't vote.
You did not vote because you were not on the ballot.
I was on the ballot.
You were on the ballot?
Yes.
And you did not vote.
You
Why?
remember the chaotic incident in Boku?
In Boku, okay. Your vote is in Boku?
Yes, mine is in Boku. So my family and I, we couldn't go. We wanted to transfer it to Accra so that we could vote, but there was no possibility. It was too late. So we tried to do proxy vote and it didn't happen.
You were so outraged about this Igbo Chief situation.
Still.
You are still outraged about it?
Yes, not worse. Still.
But I'm trying to understand the connection. Igbo Chief is claiming land in Ningo area. He says he's bought land.
Yeah.
Hassan Ayariga, you are from Boku, but of course you're an important politician. What is your connection with? Do you also have land in Ningo? What's your connection with it?
I'm a Ghanaian. I can have land anywhere in Ghana.
Yeah.
Entitled to it as a citizen. And my policy, if you read my 2020 manifesto policy, I made it clear to Ghanaians that when I'm president of the Republic of Ghana, inshallah, no foreigner will own property in Ghana.
Oh, no foreigner should own property in Ghana?
Trying to protect.
Eti aha ana ejaya edua beba ebusa no se dey na wotata Igbo kinsa ka wakoto asase no de be ne kingdom ono wonyam asem kase no se hwe obekai na nsia ye to aba no one of the messages and my campaign promises mu in fact my manifesto the catch Ghana for say nko to aba maamia can me stop foreigners a omu owni njapade nyina e wo Ghana eji akwai de wo ye njapade an and wo claim itina me hu ne se o me she Ghana for bo o man to aba na amame nanso akwa wei ntimi nya ade a daache me pese me ye de bo Ghana njapade ho ban ontimi ntina o man mu mumra so o se ho ana ne o take the decisions yeti
the sovereignty of our nation, the lands of our future generation, so that nobody takes. We have limited land. Land does not increase, it decreases. And once it's sold out, it's gone.
Yeah.
And Mr. Paul, if you look around Ghana, check around all the most important places in this country, the very luxurious communities and areas, all the properties there are owned by foreigners.
That's kind of true.
You understand?
From 1960s
till date.
Hana Hassan SH mu say, we share big cities there wo Ghana no. E kam ya kwadi say enyampade no dodo no ensoso pa ni nyina. E ya hoho ana ye den sase ni nyina ma wo. Ti dey work akosie.
In our sovereignty gradually to the foreigners. And look around again. All the big companies from Spinters to everywhere go around the whole world, the country. It's owned by foreigners. Where do we live as citizens? Slums, areas.
Also worker. Inti handsome na worker no one te waso won te papa na se. Obeka se na awo tons ase wo Ghana no mo ye japade asisi o man mu a problem be ane wo. Wan hwe abeka sa. Ada papa no de ato aso say no cities no a eye kromu no a na nka ye betimi de aye baabi a yemfa ne se nipa betena ama won asom adwo won nipa tena bia do. Most of the places companies once intercity pa na companies ne asisie wo ho. O se abasa ahoho ne enkoto asase Ghana fo ambabuno Ghana fo adehye na omo nkoto asase yenko slums yenko muram yenko atetem yenko Ghana to ansa na enya asase because if they would because if within the cities no nipa betumi atena no for easy transport and ko ni ade no ye tonton ho asase ma hoho dia na hoho yin ye tonton ho asase ma hoho na hoho yin so ba within the city no omo build the companies then here fa Ghana need this yenkonya asase ntonwuram. And it's true oba abochi hanom a it will be very difficult say big companies big companies some manufacturing companies near the big ones obe hu omo within the city that be most of the times omo ye far omo agire pa se na be anipa ebetumi anya ba bia tena wo kuro ni mfimfin de wo kanon ne wo kanon sa hokwo ne person mu bi enwuma ma Ghana for ya omo kwa akire na ni pentimintina kuro ni mfimfin na se nipa na nkotena nkyire ngura mu ni ade na companies mra the city a civilization we hifa the economy the economy the papa person o kanti we get
choked in Medina, we get choked in Labadi, we get choked in Nima, we get choked in Kaswa. We live in slums, and the most important places is being taken over by the foreigners in this country, living a life that they cannot even live in their own country, and we are losing everything. And the worst of it is that our chiefs, and our politicians are giving them the opportunity and the nod to take off everything. You are talking about history. Our forefathers fought, died for this country. And what are we doing? We're selling the country out.
What did the Igbo chief do wrong by buying land in Ningo?
First of all, calling himself a king in Ghana is wrong.
That's wrong, I agree with that.
Nobody who is not a citizen of this country can make himself a king in our country. You know the law. It doesn't permit that. So you come in to tell us that you are acquiring 50 acres of land to build a kingdom, an Igbo kingdom, so that it will become one of a kind in the world that has never happened anywhere in this country. Shows that we are loose. We are allowing everybody to take over everything. And you are going to build a kingdom that is going to determine who becomes president in Nigeria.
In Nigeria?
Yes.
Kingdom in Ghana determines
who becomes president in Nigeria. The ministers of state will all be coming and through that gate, and anybody who wants to acquire land or property who is a Nigerian will come there and acquire land and build as a Nigerian and live. And that's a
in fact, na emu ododo. Say Obaba besi a kingdom a ebinsi da wo wiase. That statement in Ghana for no awon buafu say adenti ana yenja Igbo kenne man nye ne wo pe wo Ghana no. That statement no woman ntiase ana. Also Obaba ye die ebinsi da ana wonhu video no. A kind of empire ebinsi wo wiase da. Enti wono Igbo kenne no ade atum say de Obaba ye no Ghana no ebinsi da. Wie no sande to so. Wei a reference hassan ayariga wanya video ni bia hwe. What did Church mu di nti o take the decision say yenko ne yenko chia ko ye yenko che no. Was hard to us. I say this Igbo king also made statement out there. Say a person that is a bit choose president for Nigeria mpo a yes a Igbo kingdom no omo be no Ghana and be decide the presidency e Nigeria. Like what? So then this guy is talking about massive Igbos. They are talking about 10 million, 30 million Igbos. 40 million Igbos. Nigeria, almost population, almost to about the figures in the city. So this Igbo man is talking about a number of population even bigger than Ghana. The number. It is a Nigeria for about to about then you push back. I got to San Quasiabano, not all many president or how lose Ibuni. na omunya sa president no adaachi opebe ada oba Ghana no na Igbo community enso ewo Ghana. So that it means these guys are building an empire, trying to join two countries together and tell the world say Igbo ni na ye president wa and Igbo king enso wa Ghana. Now more expanding with population, and in the future they will automatically become a tribe and you can't do anything about it. It has an Ayariga there. Who are quality muponyina, the team muponyina.
Kingdom. Clearly, they are becoming another tribe in Ghana.
You see? Clearly,
they are now rubbing shoulders with the kings of wherever they are getting the land from. And clearly, we are going to have a big problem in the future. Have you bothered to ask the kind of crime rate that the associates of those crimes? And you will realize that 90% of every crime that is committed in this country, if you check the statistics, 90% is foreigners.
Well, I don't know about
90%
foreigners.
Nigerians have taken over. Kidnapping. Nigerians have taken over. Fraud. 419. Yahoo. What do you call it? Scams and everything.
Fraud boys.
They've taken over. They've manipulated the system. They are now the hierarchy of our nation in terms of anything. Right now, they are even killing landlords. They come, they rent your house, one person
landlords Ghana. That is last week here. Obi esi ni fie no de ama Nigeria ni a. Wo Nigeria ni no a wo ama odan ba akwa han no. Na ni ba no ho so a o twi ni pegu fie ni mu ani. Edan yin so ye single room. Na odi nipa be 20 ni 13 na omo bowura hokoba. Enye lawful. Apai be kan ya Nigeria ni akofre ne yonkofo omo so ye Nigeria for. Last week, I think last week or last 2 weeks, most of you saw the news. What the second year will fear ye kumu no. Or no Ghana near what's in the fear no. Nigeria for one the second. And that is also another reference. Yariga, Ejinaso, Achichi Muditia, or Kwachi Aquano.
Then 30 come and live there. That's true. I hear that quite.
And when you joke, they kill you. Our ladies, they are killing them, using them for their so-called rituals. Very soon, if we allow such a kingdom to happen, you will be registering missing people in this country every day. Look, we are not against settlers. I am not against settlers. We have Yoruba settlers here. We are living happily with them. So the point is that, are we selling our sovereignty to the Nigerians? You know, Igbos, they are called Nyamuri. Even in Nigeria, they are not welcomed by the Hausas and the Yorubas.
Well, that was the point of Biafra in the late 60s.
Thank you.
Even Uko Nigeria and poor. Sa Igbo they are not welcome there. Nigeria from Pumpe or Mwasa. Eden Ghana. It's Nigeria and Timu Mwa. You need to know matter. Anna, Yaa Paul Adomotre, HM said, yeah, it's because of the Biafras. Because the Biafras in the late 1960s, no. Sa Igbo way to me any the whole of Nigeria come to qua. Because almost Nigeria no more population, you know, over 200 million. That time, no, about 150 million. Now Ghana near number 15 million penal. Sir, Igbo way. You see, to prove to you so me crazy, no, we'll make a reference to the Biafra War of the 1960s, 1967. They were able to fight the whole of Nigeria. The war lasted 3 years. I will be our no team in Nigeria country as yes to say Nipa won't be granny. I won't fear me and sir. Omope gu Ghana. Ye bet me no ma ho. Ye bet me no ma ho. Ye population bra ya bra nyina echi afa ni 35 million plus. O me bunkam afa yen so 50 million wa. Okun a omre. Kuno meku no ma fansa ase no. So these people have a history even Nigeria form power because they were able to fight their own people for 3 good years. Indeed.
South Africa.
Yes.
Who started it? The Igbos.
It was targeted against the Igbos.
It was targeted against the Igbos, and it affected all the Africans.
And you copy more South Africa. Me sure say mumu bebrete. Ye ma me ne papa no mpanimfo abrofo no ebefo wansun kakran. Omunti na mete ha. Ban se mi se wo se bi chiechie mu e ma omo tin sem na se ye. It was so back kind sem bi se wo South Africa. Say South Africa for omo pamo Nigeria for no. Ana wo ka se na Nigeria for na South Africa for pam you. Debi. Igbos no kwasi asema na nka omo beye no Ghana ya mere wo ka se ya chi wo mo kin ya ye di hunkobe. Wasi ebia na nka omo koy no South Africa. In South Africans na sha so omo take decisions no. Apam Igbo for no. Was it and then the whole Nigerians. So it wasn't Nigeria as a whole, it was the Igbos, troublesome people, and they quite troublesome. South Africa. And as I said, Pamu Modia, Nigerians thing because so what see Nigeria in now Pamonoa. Ubusan so ye boni obeka to say there be ofriware. Answer your house anywhere Nigeria. And also Europe on castle you boni. And how are you going to find a differentiation between them? In the end, I am Pamu Munina and no kofa the xenophobia and what South Africa say yem Pamu Nigeria for you. It is Uncle Fui. On more record say Africa will be poor massam or me a troublesome.
Decent. Because wherever they are,
but that's stigmatizing the Igbo tribe. That's not very welcome by the United Nations. United Nations doesn't like that.
That's the nature.
But you cannot stigmatize a tribe.
I am not stigmatizing the tribe. I'm stigmatizing their character. That is the way they are. That's their character. I'm defining their character to you. I've lived in Nigeria, don't forget. I schooled in Nigeria. Barua College, myself and Mama Yarga, we're all in Barua College.
Your father took you there?
Yes. We've lived there before. We know how they behave. You understand what I'm saying? And anybody who has lived with Nigerians will tell you that, Master, be careful. And let me be
So what report did you give to the police?
You remember when this incident happened, I wrote to the NIB and the National Security, telling them to, and then Land Commission and all that, to investigate into the matter and to strip him of the title King. He cannot be comparing himself to Ashantahini and all that. And funny enough, this king, or whatever we call himself, finds his way of dining with NDC and MPP. You realize all
there are some videos that will be putting up precisely.
I know what you say. Paul Ebusan say. Now, a dear bear some crown or cocache Otumfuo no into any Ghana police in Sutimi Sumwa or Marcos Swakwe. A dear potina, and I say, hey, Sakwe can answer me. When you Papa Paul, or you're so intelligent when it comes to finding his ways through things. As I say, a illegal crown or Timmy man be illegal. While Boy Ghana penny for the one MPP near Nisinia. And while Boy would them, entering these two parties into me can answer. Say, Nkosuya, I said these two major parties now. They have a party MPP and the NDC for social motor. It because of this, penny phone to me can answer. That's what just happened with criminal or intelligence when it comes to making even false the truth. Revelation Eboban, Ebusia say does all. BT.
Show us some of the videos.
Yes.
Well, the story is that he was a big contributor to political campaigns.
But not, that can be his problem if they are not arrested.
There you see him over there.
Yeah, and look at this one.
Yeah.
In this country.
But this is long ago. This is not recent.
But what is wrong with this and today?
What is wrong with this and today?
Yeah, but he got endorsement from political leadership. That's the point I'm making.
Oh, okay, that's what you are making.
Yeah, that's Johnson Asiedu
sitting down there.
The chairman of the NDC.
Why?
Seated right there.
Does it make it right?
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm telling you where he gets his power from.
Yes, and he's not going to get it from me. And I'm going to distill that power, and I've done that.
Uti, po adu mochi ebusa na sembi ana papa no yira no se. Sa nsem hunu no awoye no. Me gini tumi no a wo frɛ no ho hene no. Me gie free ne nsem. Na me kura ma ya wie dada. Ma gie free ne nsem. Sa wo hene no frɛ no ho no. E di enti no so waje. Waje kingship no a wo frɛ no ho waje free bo kin ne nsem.
It doesn't matter. There's one truth in life. The Ghanaian society will rally behind me in any circumstances against this man. If I say tomorrow there's a demonstration, you will see the number of people who come out to support this demonstration against our politicians who are allowing it. Look, like I said, our forefathers toiled for this nation. They died for this nation. Our current politicians, what are we doing? We're selling out the nation for peanuts. Everybody is welcome in Ghana. Look, you remember in the last parliament, 2 parliaments ago, when I went to parliament, the issue of the U.S. military base in Ghana.
Yes.
And I fought against it. I said, I will not accept a U.S. military base in Ghana. What happened? It looks as if our leaders do not have foresight of defending our nation. They are more particular about what comes into their pocket than what they should defend.
So why did the police arrest him? And for what? Why did they keep him overnight? What was the charge?
The charge was that, first of all, he's calling himself a king in Ghana when he's not a citizen of this country. Parading around and going around everywhere and calling himself the king of Igbo. Igbos don't have king in Ghana. When you're a foreigner and you're a settler, you come to this country. Our constitutions allow you to be called a chief of your community. So all the settlers in Ghana, like the Yoruba, they have a Yoruba chief. The Hausas, they have a chief. The Zambarama chief. That is fine. We can give you that title to be able to be managing yourself. But when you begin to, parade yourself, call yourself like Asantehene and all these other kings in Ghana, and you be walking when you are not a citizen and say you are a king, and you are going to acquire tracts of land and build a kingdom.
Did he acquire the land?
That is his problem. Whether he did or he did not, he's voiced it out that he has. And the videos are there. So we are taking his word again.
So is he being released on bail?
Yes, this afternoon he complained of high BP.
In the cell?
In the cells. And said his BP had gone up. You know, yesterday when he was invited, he went there with the ambassador. Nigeria.
Ambassador of what?
Nigeria.
Nigeria's ambassador to Ghana.
Nigerian ambassador to Ghana. He went there with his lawyers and all that, thinking that it was the ordinary citizens, what do you call it, NIB or National Investigation, National Security, who would just listen to him and ask him to walk away. This is not that national security you're thinking of. This is a different national security altogether. They will investigate. As a citizen of Ghana, when you send a petition, they will have to listen to your petition. So the investigation went through. And he was panting and sweating. He's not a king. He's not a what?
Not a king.
But this is the palace you've built, and you're calling yourself a king.
You know, or say, na baba na dwen say efu wanya ne bete be na wonim se sa ade no enye bete sa no mo bowuro mo hu se sa investigation has been made any ade no eno na nam so a ene ese onua edemu ma ade echi the king of Igbo echi ni chi mu no odemu e ma ade echi na ho no ana o sa so complain ene na koma mebo ene e koso nyina no wo se echire mu menye ohene bia o menye Igbo king bia o abusua ene say doso media
causing mayhem in this country. Your Nigerian boys are going around telling Ghanaians, threatening Ghanaians that if they kill one Ghanaian Nigerian, they will kill 50 Ghanaians. I show you videos of this man. He said we are uncultured as citizens. I'm sure I've sent some of the videos to you. Insulting the integrity of the people who has given you land to live, to stay.
Yeah. This man was.
Can you do that in Nigeria?
Is he an Igbo royal in Nigeria?
No, he's not. He came here as an Igbo businessman selling cassettes.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you.
Cassettes?
Cassettes.
And he made millions of CDs to buy land?
He did not make millions of CDs. He brought in...
Hassan, A.R.r.ɛ.s.t babe chirim kwan a papa we obi a no ton cassette. Ofa so nye sika bebre. Edma even in politicians and the bintimi nka na aseboti. Onya ne sika ro
a lot of prostitutes.
Ladies,
you know the Nigerian ladies on the, what do you call it, cycle and all that?
I don't understand.
You don't know the syndicates of this Nigeria.
So he came selling cassettes, then he brought in...
That is, they started trafficking...
Night workers,
and now they started bringing Igbo boys and parading himself as the king.
But how does that make him rich?
Because they pay dues to him.
Who pays dues to him?
All these Nigerian boys who have shops in Nigeria. In Ghana here. The Nigerian boys with shops in here. They pay dues to their king. That's how that's of course that's
Nigerian for dodo no a wo mo ewo Ghana no de say omutua etoma no say wo omo hine o and osa trafficking ma be wura Ghana ho e mo mbebo sebi jantra bra e ka say jantra wa wodi sa bra boyi kwa ho gina ne ade no there say ni obi be ka ne sa wo etino eno ani ese ene wakosisa sa ma ne ba wo trafficking be wura mu anu omo won gina kwa nti those Nigerians to do no ahu no and your better years in Nigeria, near could be 14 years, 13 years. Now, or my mission, be able to find the bed free Nigeria, Ghana, Kobasha, San Kurano, dear. Papa in the Jumarcas, or trafficking Kurano, and a mano. Just say be a unufuno, Yemia any ye. Say a mujinamua, regardless of your age, Cratche, or Obeko, Amaman for, and so any Ayejuma. Tidia Coswodo, Nasika Mubenya Bianas. You should remember some working or Ghana. You pay dues.
Money for him. He's like their god in Ghana. So the fact is that any problem they go through, they come to him, and don't forget, they know how to do this business. He's been able to parade him among all the big men in Ghana, showing himself in every kind of, gathering, and dressing and walking and making himself look. Even he's met the former president, he's met the current president, he's met a lot of people, he's gone to visit them. That is power he's using to get from his own people. They now trust and believe in him. You see, there's a law that says that it is not who you are, it's how you carry yourself. That's how people address you. The way you dress is the way they address you. If you make yourself look big, people will regard you as big. But if you turn yourself into a beggar, people will disregard you. He's turned himself a big man. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? He's made sure that people have seen him with videos talking to all the big men. So all the Nigerians, that is why he said that he was going to build a kingdom where any Nigerian who comes from Nigeria, he will pass through his gate. Yeah. And then they will find land for him to build, and then to move from wherever he's a transit. His home, his kingdom is going to be a transit for Nigerians to be here. Igbos. Not even Nigeria. He didn't talk about Nigeria. He spoke about Igbos. These are dangerous people.
These are dangerous people. As a kingdom, they was as you. And in Nipa watch home be with a woman and answer Ketua. Very soon. It's a grass as here. Ghana P0L crown. Who can be at the other? Baby said or so. Because they are learning from the Nigerians. There were a lot of things before. And son, yes, every man go for you, Kwayama be remove after. Buzia sacked them. Then cost for Ghana. And maybe I wouldn't my back was in the India Buzia Pamu. She at that time, no. Kora, Buhuni, Kwahani, trying to cut it. Buhu ha, said, be more fan chemi, Munua. Buhu ne Kumabawa Hani, trying to say, I saw it born near an uncle for needing. That also. And need the Keka who be brevia. Buzia her no said that, won't me. And it's all the Pamu war. It what's just uncle for ya or more track record with country view could be a bonnie, a Ghana ni papa. Also open citizens papa. Also open crew papa near the Achikura. The history ya ebobusu, you know now person the Chichikuru. On minute, maybe American Kurachra with Jimino, and also. The massage will say we need the attempt. We a description to your attitude or character. And we need to make a change. Papa say, Papa, don't be stupid. Papa ne bumfu. Papa never had the way and say stupid and pa. Wajai. So we can't say me to then you should buy we do at him. The internet Ghana ni pa ha what can in Kofu record here bonnie say. This is still any negative about the reason as to why was he stopping. Now why not baby catch was your problem is that or Danny crew mine and the crew for an Ghana. Or be any problem about that. There's some things we are all carry upon the shoulders. And they can be Igbo people in Ghana with an association or do Munyan. At the Yoruba for Ghana. Yoruba for crowd don't bother Ghana yet. What I bay and I'm with the mobile shady being see day. Yabuja, there's a seven the SCA and so I don't know. Killa, yes, and our pante. Makumo, Inia Hodio, Wakumayario, Abuja, and yes, a messer, we in Chichimu, and Hassan, a.r.r.ɛ.s.t, and the Abetuja. We know the twasso. See, I want to see what you want to be. I know, articulate nisso, but I can't answer. The Muclare, a tin and nisso, saying why. If you didn't cry, there's a show that as you do in your kidney, send me bring a course of Ghana, we will pile them up near the Ababa Sumo. Interesting stories, if you are a hole. No one can say, you know about yet me having a meaning, in me a Ghana knew how war control. It me as obey in the Kunu, or in the name of COS, about 3 billion. I'm a papa and in the Giri, at home of your mutim. All in search of greener pastures in tea. Or Macopium, they were crassy. Some now revel, and that's story. If I try to say the barber sumo this week, we and in somewhere a cosso. Do not forget to share. Now we be NTV, booking and what TME. So on your in the view, my crowd.
K1ng boy Juma, we did the Jacob. So now see commentary or social media, no style of blogging, fantastic. So you see commentary, news in the bar. So you see commentary for home, so good, keep on going.
And the style also, the Ebema,
other tribe aflow. Uni sorted, India Tamie. That's how becano. It's so painful. I know shit. I don't know say I could comment like or you as a presenter, sports presenter that they are. And we need maybe our question free idea, but it's all good. We are the K1ng Ghana, K1ng will try.